All right. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, and I am back again. Welcome to my weekly Lunch and Learn. Every single week, I'm here to explore topics to help you elevate your mindset, be at your best, and radically expand your life and business. And today, I'm talking about something really, really special. I'm talking about gratitude. And I'm going to share how you can make the absolute most of this wonderful, wonderful thing. So, if you have a regular gratitude practice, if you have done some gratitude in the past and said thank you to anyone at any point in time, or you've maybe seen gratitude challenges all over the place and wondered, maybe I should join in. Perhaps you even did. Well, if you have any kind of gratitude in your life, this is for you. So, I've had a few technical difficulties with my internet. So those of you that are on, if you could just pop in the comments, can you hear me? And am I clear on this stream? Because I am not fully sure. So I would love to make sure that I am getting to you and you can actually hear me, or I may have to migrate to another room. So if you can just let me know in the chat, that would be wonderful. I know some of you do know me, some of you don't. I'm Larissa McCooch. I am a master results coach and CEO of Abundance Academy, where we help high achieving women uncover their deepest desires and what they're truly capable of, and then empower them to do it so they can unapologetically have a life and business that they want and love. And thank you, guys. I am clear. Excellent. That makes me feel very good. So thanks for tuning in. I love that you're joining me this morning. I would love to know where you are coming in from. And if you're tuning in by replay, type in replay in the chat. If it's your first time here, type in first time in the chat so my team and I can welcome you. Now, I love gratitude, and this is something that's taken me a while to actually fall in love with. And I don't know if you've had anything in your life where at first it used to be this vague, ambiguous thing. And then the more you started connecting to it, the more you started doing it, the more in love with it you fell. I find a lot of people have this experience with their children. They get these children and they're like, okay, this is awesome. I love this child. However, the more time they spend with this child, especially as they get into that toddler phase, they just absolutely fall madly in love with their kids because these are beautiful human beings. And that's really been something that gratitude has become in my life. Now, a few years ago, I was fortunate enough to be accepted to attend a very exclusive mastermind at Universal Studios. It was called Accomplish Anything. It was a 2-day event with Hollywood producer Phil Goldfine. And he was actually one of Bob Proctor's very few private students. And he worked with him for many, many years. And Phil, he would produce tens and dozens of movies each and every year, and this is like his life. It's not like he's just doing one movie every few years. This is he was in it. He had the hut. It was amazing. Now, he was extremely successful at what he did, and he wanted to help instill that faith and that belief in us. And that was the entire point of this entire seminar. And I remember on day 2, we had a Q&A with Phil, and one of the participants asked him about his daily routine. And he didn't mention like this gratitude practice. He didn't say, "Oh, I write 10 things I'm grateful for every morning." And when we asked him about gratitude specifically, and really for him to dive deeper into that, he said something that really, really, truly surprised and inspired us all. Now, why am I sharing this with you? I want to talk about gratitude and 2 things that you need to be aware of and you will want to include in your gratitude practice and really express throughout your life. Okay. So, do you want to have more things in your life just work out for you? Right? Do you want to just see things unfold and be like, yeah, that just worked out perfectly. Boom, it's done. Do you want to say thank you more often and maybe even have others acknowledge the things that you're doing well? Would that feel good to you? Does that feel good when you acknowledge others for their progress? And can you imagine if you actually had superpowers that could literally radiate to other people and uplift their spirits, bring them into magic, this magical, beautiful state, improve their days and improve your own along the way? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So that's what today is really all about. It's about raising your energetic frequency and the frequency of those around you through gratitude and how you can make the most of that, right? Because I went through a very a very natural and interesting journey to get to gratitude. I'm not going to share it with you today, but it is in my gratitude guide, so you can check that out if you'd like. But gratitude is absolutely a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. It helps lift your spirit. It helps lift the spirit of those around you. What you focus on truly does expand. And it's actually one of the best ways to begin focusing on the good you desire. It's a wonderful way to lift your energy throughout the day. You will have better sleep when you practice gratitude. You'll have increased creativity, decreased entitlement, decreased hostility and aggression, increased decision-making skills, and you could even have increased health benefits like decreased blood pressure and so much more just through this practice. Gratitude isn't just good for you, it's good for others. However, it's not a medical cure per se. It does enrich your life in so many wonderful ways. Now, the word gratitude is the quality of being thankful and reflecting deep appreciation for what you value and what really brings meaning to your life. It's what makes you feel connected to yourself and what makes you feel connected to others. And it's this incredible thing that you can't see. However, you can see the results of. You can't hear, however, you can hear certain words that represent it. It is something that you can feel emotionally and even energetically. Okay, so gratitude is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And researchers actually trace gratitude all the way to back to primate behavior. In some species, they can't say the word thank you. However, it's demonstrated by a behavior of reciprocity. And it's something that is very common practice worldwide. Most people when traveling, thank you is one of the first phrases they're likely to learn. Like if you've gone to another country, you learn hello and thank you. I can say thank you in many different languages. I can't put on a conversation, but I can really tune in to the words thank you because people do want to be appreciated. It's one of the first concepts that parents teach their children. They teach them please and thank you. And so gratitude really is this global practice. And it's not just good for you, it's good for everyone. Now, gratitude allows you to participate more in your life, and it magnifies the pleasures that you get in life. Rather than simply being a spectator, you can actually become a participant. And I want you to think like, have you ever felt like a spectator in your life where you're just like going through the motions and you're like, yep, it's fine, it's fine. And there just isn't juice. There isn't that connection. And if you did have that connection, would you have a more enriched experience? Just think about that for yourself. And let me know in the chat if that's something you can relate to, because I think it's something that many of us can relate to. Okay. This just showing up in life. Now, when you get into this gratitude, it will change all that. You'll actually become present and fully present in your life. Now, two things that you want to do to make the most of gratitude in your life. First, have it a practice. Make sure it's a practice. And if you have a pen and paper, write this down. Practice gratitude, number one. Number two, realize it's an emotion. So you want to feel it. So a practice it's a behavior. It's actually an act. It's the act of doing gratitude, doing things to show appreciation, demonstrating gratitude in the physical world. And the emotion is a feeling, okay? It's something that's inside. So Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're finding that that's the case. So when you practice gratitude, this is when you deliberately pause and acknowledge what you're grateful for. When you practice gratitude, you deliberately pause and acknowledge what you're grateful for. Maybe you'll write it in a journal. Okay, I have a gratitude journal. This is the book I use for my gratitude journal. I like the leather bound books. That's what I use. You may have a conversation with someone and you may be talking about and sharing the things you truly are grateful for. Perhaps you'll go through it in your mind and just take a pause and really breathe that gratitude in. You might draw something. You might do a kind act for someone. Maybe you'll even buy someone a gift to show your appreciation or send a thank you card. This is the practice of gratitude, doing something to demonstrate what you're grateful for through behavior. And the possibilities really are endless. And it's really, truly a magical thing. And sometimes we think we're doing gratitude to make the other person feel better. And often that's our intention. However, when we practice gratitude, it makes us feel better too. It makes you feel better. And you're actually doing it for yourself even before you're doing it for other people. And that's a good thing. That's a really, truly beautiful thing. So anyone can practice gratitude. It is not selfish. It is absolutely profound because when you say thank you, when you show thankfulness, when you show appreciation, you're going to start turning your brain on to recognize more of it. And it's going to say, "Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm going to find more good things in my life. I'm going to invite and start to attract them." It's like I'm going to suck them in like a magnet. Anyone can do it. It doesn't matter how old or how young you are. We've been practicing gratitude with our son since he's been very, very young, even before he could even talk. We would say, "Thank you." We would pray with him. We'd put his hands together and say, who are you thankful for? Who do you love? Who do you want to thank God? Who do you want to thank God for?" And he'd list off all the people that he loved and was grateful for in his life. He'd list off his stuffed animals and his monkeys. And whether he was fully cognizant of that or not, his spirit truly did understand. So, young, old, middle aged, whether you've done it before, whether you've never tried it before, you can start anywhere, anytime. And like I said, can be as simple as saying thank you to something more spectacular, more elaborate, and more thought out. It doesn't make it better. It is what it is. You most important thing is you tune into what organically comes to you, the ideas that come to you that will allow you to demonstrate gratitude for that particular thing. It's the more you practice it, the better it gets, and the more it trains your brain. It's just like an athlete, just like a musician. The more you practice your music, the more you practice your sport, the better you get. Now, when it comes to emotion, okay, so that was the act, that was the behavior, that was the practice of gratitude. When it comes to the emotion of gratitude, gratitude is the actual feeling. These are the warm and fuzzies you get on the inside. It's like when you feel good, you know that it feels way different than feeling bad. When you're focused on something wonderful that has happened, you will actually notice physiological shifts if you pay attention. So things in your body change as you change your emotional state. So your face, you might just want to smile more often. You may have warm and fuzzies on the inside that radiate and tingle. Maybe you'll feel this energy beaming from your chest. You might feel your hands, your feet warming up or cooling off. Everyone's got different physical responses, but you will have certain physical responses when you enter certain states. And you want to start paying attention to those because you're going to be able to recognize them and step into that more and more of the time. You want to really, truly feel it in your heart. And the more you practice this positive emotion, the easier it's going to be to keep coming back to. When you are in a good mood, you're going to start beaming and radiating energy to others around you. And I'm sure you've all been to an event or a party or somewhere in your life where there was just that person that was in this energy, in this vibe, and you wanted to be around them. You felt comfortable. You felt invited. It was like they were giving you a hug without even having to wrap their arms around you. There was just so much love coming from them. When you get into the emotion of gratitude, that's what you're going to do for yourself, and that's what you're going to do for other people. It's when you actually feel it deep inside. It's a beautiful gift that you can give someone. Now, when you start to bring your feelings into the real world through action, when you start to act on gratitude, and when you feel grateful for the actions you take, that's when it becomes juicy. It turns into this symbiotic relationship. Everything just fits together, the feelings and the behavior and feelings. And it's just more and more good all around. The more you repeat it, the more your brain, the more neurological connections you're actually making in your brain, and you're training yourself to create those connections, to have those connections fire faster and more powerfully. And it just gets easier and easier. You're neurochemically conditioning your mind and body to work as one. You're training your spirit, you're training your entire being. And when you start conditioning your body and mind just like an athlete, that is when the magic happens. It becomes automatic. It becomes a way of life. And we truly do live in a world where we have infinite potential. Energy works with vibrational frequencies. And the more you practice gratitude, the higher you will elevate your frequency, right? Think a happy thought, you're going to feel happy. Think something else, you'll feel something else. We're going to cancel that. We're going to focus on what you do want, what you're truly grateful for, what you're truly appreciative of. And sometimes you might be like, well, I can't get to the state of gratitude. If you're not like at this elevated state of gratitude, get to the state of appreciation. It's almost like the next step before gratitude. And so if you're ever in this place where I want to feel gratitude, but I so can't get there, I'm just got too much going on. Get to the state of appreciation first, and from there, move on to gratitude. So that's what we found really successful. I found it successful for myself and for so many clients that I work with. And gratitude really is a magical thing. So if you do want access to my gratitude guide, it is completely free. We'll make sure to pop a link in the chat so you can download it. It's a gift from me to you, and it's something I created when I began truly falling in love with gratitude. It's something that's perfect for beginners. It's perfect for people that already have a gratitude practice and are looking to up level it or just get a little bit more out of it. So download the gratitude guide. Like I said, it's completely free. It's a step-by-step guide, and it's got many, many amazing gratitude practices in there that will keep you going. It's great for just a wonderful spring day. It's great for a day where you're feeling a little blue. It's great for holidays. Do these exercises with your friends, with your family, and you will start to notice shifts in your world. This is something you want to bring into your life every day. Practice gratitude and feel grateful. Now, we've covered a lot today, and ultimately it boils down to you making a decision and you making a choice, because nothing will happen until you take action. And this is something that Phil Goldfine actually did. This is the Hollywood producer, that this is something he truly took to heart and took action on. When he was asked about that gratitude practice, and he's like, well, I don't just write 10 things on a page. He didn't just practice gratitude. He's like, I don't practice gratitude. I live it. I don't just do it for 5 minutes. I am grateful for everything in my life all day long. I'm saying thank you for the good things that are happening, the challenges and the learning opportunities that are happening, the beautiful sunset or the sunrise I see. He lives in gratitude constantly. And when you can start making gratitude a way of life, you will start to see success beyond what you've ever imagined. And not in the ways you're necessarily anticipating. It turns into this beautiful, beautiful experience of life. So you were born to turn your dreams into reality. And there's nothing more than I want for you to have that happen. I want to see it happen for you. So download the gratitude guide. Hey, jump on board And I would love to hear what your experience is. I want to know what your favorite exercise is. So after you download it and do something, send me a message and tell me what you're getting from the gratitude guide. So I cannot wait to hear back from you very, very soon. I will be back again next week with another juicy, juicy topic. So you have yourself a beautiful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.